Number 2 is embrace. Treat potential connections or your neighbors, as we talked about, as friends we have not met. Now, what I mean by that, breaking that down, is I hear this quite frequently. So-and-so contacted me and friended me on Facebook or LinkedIn, and I don't know who they are, and I'm not about to accept their friend request. That's okay in certain arenas. If you're there just to talk with your friends and you're not there for business, then that's okay. But if you are in the type of business that I'm in, where I deal with all types of professionals, and they are interested in what I'm doing, and most of them are going to be business owners, then I will accept their friend request. And I do it on a trust basis that can be broken. So when I decide that they immediately contact me and say, hey, then I know that I'm going to go in and I'm going to block them or report them. I have no qualms about doing that. However, I trust them until they give me a reason not to trust them. And I actually say this in the blog, and you'll receive this as paid attendees today. You'll receive this PowerPoint with these links in here of the global mentality in a small town. And one of the things I say is trust people until they give you a reason not to. Then take action, remove, report, block. Everybody say that. Remove, report, block. And the operative word here is action. All right, the third word is manage. Treat potential connections. Oh, sorry about that. Manage is overseeing your, I would say SEO. However, Jana has put me in my place with that. So I'm going to break that down with search engine optimization. So you oversee this, and your ROI, or your return on investment, which are as important as an appraisal on your home. Remember, we have the analogy of the home. These are very important because you are taking an appraisal of your social media. What is the essence of it? How is it returning to you? Where are you landing on Google? Very important. Management of your online rental properties or real estate. What's the difference? Can someone tell me the difference between online rental properties or real estate?
Real estate is real. It's physical, tangible.
Okay. Online, your online rental properties would be Facebook, Twitter, Ning. Okay, those are rental properties. Your real estate is when you own your website. So ShellyBauer.com is Shelly Bauer's intellectual property. She owns that, all right? If you build something on WordPress.com versus WordPress.org, then you do not own that. You are using a rental property. So it is not your intellectual property. Any questions on that? Okay. So managing, understanding the difference between whether you are renting or buying, is relatively simple when using the right tools. Now the question is, would you hire a plumber to fix your air conditioner?
Nope.
Probably not. You're going to look for a specialist with the expertise in what?
That particular area. Air conditioning.
Plumbing.
Plumbing.
Okay, we're hiring a plumber, so we look for expertise in what?
Plumbing.
Plumbing. The same applies to social media management tools and operators. If you're having someone operate your social media besides you, first of all, you do not need to micromanage. However, you do need to oversee. You do need to make sure that your image is being portrayed the way that you would portray yourself. So, understanding that management tools and operators are very important. There are management tools if you want to do your own, do-it-yourself social media that you can use. One is Hootsuite.com, HOOTSUITE.com. There are pros and cons. The pro is that you can set up scheduling. You can have it blast out every day at a different time, however you want to do it. take an hour on a Monday and set it up for the entire week, okay? That's the pro. The con is that Facebook and Twitter and those areas are very intellectual, okay? And they can tell that it's not you behind that computer. They can tell that it's coming from Hootsuite, so it's scheduled to come out, all right? Another thing that's important to know is that Twitter and Facebook users like to stay separate. So one of the things that Sarah and I discussed last night is that when we are posting photos at Business Over Coffee International, we usually click on Twitter and Facebook and it goes out to the same place, same message, same picture, okay? Something that I have learned recently is that you do not want to send the same message, same picture to both platforms, because the people that are on Twitter or on Facebook that are savvy think lazy. Okay? So they think you've set up all this and you don't want to really be involved, you're not really active, you're not really engaging, it's a computer doing it. So what I suggested to her and what I suggest to you is that one time you take a photo, you put a status update, and you click Twitter and you send it to Twitter, okay? The next time you do a different message with a different photo and you send it to Facebook and you just stagger it. And you can do that as you go throughout your day. I have coffee with Marcella and I take a photo and then I put a status update and I send it over to Facebook. And then maybe the next morning I meet with Sean and I do the same thing and I send it to Twitter. So these are things that we are learning as we evolve, because social media intelligence continues to evolve. Everybody say evolution.
Evolution.
That's the operative word when it comes to social media intelligence. Now I'm going to go to a few questions that I would like to ask you. And the first thing is I would like you to take pen and paper and define social media intelligence as you see it now. Take 60 seconds for this. For those of you who are watching online, while the audience is working on their definition of social media intelligence, we invite you to also do the same and tweet your answer to @BOCoffee on Twitter and join the conversation. Okay, we're going to take two people. I'll take the first. Wait, let's hold on, Beverly. You're so good. You're always so interactive. Let me see if I can pull some other people out.
Okay.
Someone else. Shelley.
Oh, I don't know if this is right, but I'll give it a shot. Social media intelligence is knowing what to do, making a plan, and executing to engage and deepen relationships online.
I love that. That's very in-depth. And I think social media intelligence encompasses so many things. We're going to break it down very elementary. What you just talked about is deeper, more educational, and you're absolutely right in that. Anyone else? Okay. What is social media intelligence? I define social media intelligence as the intel behind your settings. And number two, the intel behind your thoughts and motives. So there's two prongs. One of the things that Shelley just said is what we do online. So the first prong is what we do, how we do it, and why we do it. So in order to understand that, we must go into the back room or into the back side of each of the platforms that we are on. Go to your settings. That's the first thing you should do anytime you set up a profile on an online system. Make sure your settings are set properly, whether you want it to be public, whether you want it to be private, or whether you want it to be just friends or connections. That's up to you. If you do not go into your settings, then it will default to whatever that platform will originally have for you. So very important to know that. That's the intel behind your settings. the intel behind your thoughts and motives. So social media intelligence is defined by me as how I portray myself online. Am I going to say what I really think, or am I going to think about it for a moment and think, now, that's true what I thought, but how can I reframe that in a positive way? And so it really helps me to become much more introspective within, to say, am I thinking correctly? Okay, and then share my thoughts. Also, the intelligence is being able to interact when Sarah posts a picture of Bonnie, her dog, and say, oh, she looks so cute, okay? That's the human side of me, okay? So it's not all business and it's not all personal. It is interwoven together to create intelligence so that when someone goes to your profile, they can scroll down through your profile and they can determine the type of person that you are. They get a pretty good picture of who you are. And it should mirror integrity, integrity-based communications. It should mirror that you are an honest person to form a relationship with. So the things that you put online are written in pen, not in pencil. So be very careful for you college students out there. And yes, I said you, college students out there. It's so very important to make sure that what you're putting online, you want to leave as a legacy because it will live forever.